कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमः। This katha is taken in chapter 3 of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We know in the first chapter, in the battle, it started in the middle of the battlefield. When the battle was about to begin on the morning, Arjuna asked the Lord Krishna, he says, please take this chariot of mine in the middle or closer to the other side of the army so I can see who is arrayed in battle against me. And Lord Krishna, being the Lord himself, he knew exactly what to do. So he took the chariot right in front of Bhisham Pitamaha, who is the grandfather of Arjuna. Beside Bhisham was his guru, Dronacharya. Kripacharya, the Kul Guru, was on the other side. And so Lord Krishna knew that when he took Arjuna in front of Bhisham Pitamaha, he will get a reaction. And what was the reaction he got? Arjuna told him, he says, my hands are shaking. I cannot hold this Gandiva in my hands anymore. You know, instead of having to kill all these people in battle, only to attain the throne of Hastinapur, I prefer to put my Gandiva down, go to the forest, and live as a sannyasi in the forest, and let Duryodhana take the kingdom. And so, I do not wish to commit all this sin by killing so many people. Lord Krishna questioned him. He says, why are you thinking like this? Every person who is born on this earth, his duty is already prescribed, what we do in this time. And so nobody can escape from this fate. And so why are you getting feeble now and fearful of this battle? Arjuna advances a very, very strong argument. He says, if I kill all these young men, yes, all the wives will become widows. Who will give tarpan for them? Who will take care of them? And he tried to convince the Lord. The Lord then told him, he says, you speak like a pandit, but you are behaving like a fool. So Arjuna then asked him, please Lord, explain to me, how is it possible to kill all these people and not reap the sinful reward of it? Because he says, whatever action you perform, you have to reap the reward of it. And so Arjuna, Lord Krishna is trying to explain to him. Here in the third chapter, he is telling him, he says, in this verse here, 29, Pratyek gunasma mudham sajjante gunakarmasi chanta Krishna vidyo mandan Krishna vayine virachat. The Lord Arjuna, those who becomes deluded, he means that your mind, yes, is not thinking clearly. Yes. He says, this happens because they are affected by three things, which is the three qualities that are known as the three types of gunas: Rajogun, Tamogun, and Satogun. Yes? And these are the kind of thoughts that we have. He said there is a good thought, which is Satogun. He said there is a bad thought, which is Tamogun, and there is a thought in between, which is Rajogun. And so what happens? When we want to do one course of action, then we think maybe we should not do that and we do something else, which is the opposite. And then we say, no, we can't do that, so we try to find a middle ground. But you know, truth is only truth and there is untruth. There's only two sides. Yes, you either act in dharma or you act against dharma. There's no in between. The third course always leads to you coming back again. Yes? Only if you act according to dharma, then you will become free, then moksha will come. Dharma, artha, kam, and moksha. So, he is asking the Lord, please, explain this. So the Lord is telling him that this mind, his mind has to be completely clear. You cannot have no delusion. Yes? You have no doubt. He says, Mai sarvani karmani samsayasya chetasam niras asmano bhutvam yudvasya vijataham. That what you must do. He says, you have to forget about you acting as you and start to think of you acting as a me. Yes? So God is telling man to act like God. No? That's a simple explanation. But the philosophical explanation is that we are part and parcel of God. Yes? In the second chapter he says, Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Deti Pavaka, Nachainam Kridayan Chapo Nasho Shaitim Marata. That there is no difference between you and me when it comes to the soul. Yes? I am living forever. You also are living forever. Only you don't know it. When we get into the body, we think that we're going to die, no? Is that the end or is that the beginning? Think about it, devotees. Is that the beginning or it is the end? No? And then you will come to realize that the soul, yes? He says, just as the man takes off worn out clothes and put others that are new, so too you will leave one body and go to the other. So, he's telling Arjuna here that you must not think about the fruit of your action, yes? Once you offer to me, everyone brings prasad to Charhavi. Yes? When they come to offer this prasad, they offer to the Lord. When they offer to the Lord, that's why we chant the mantra, that's why we put water, we bless it, we purify it, and we offer it to Bhagwan, then it becomes purified, pure. Yes? So, pavitro, pavitro, pavitra, remove. Ganga, Cha, Yamuna, we take ordinary water, and this water, if you have shraddha, if you have faith, when we chant the mantra, this becomes the water from the 7 sacred rivers. Yes? But this is, you have to have shraddha, you have to have the faith in the Lord. And when you do that, then these things will benefit you. And so the Lord is telling that you have to stop thinking like this and then just do your duty. Because today, all avenues were explored to stop the battle. You know, I told you, all are looking at Mahabharata, if you look at it, you will realize what I'm telling you is the truth. Yes, man? That all avenues were explored how to avoid fighting. But when somebody is determined not to give ground and they are doing the wrong, even the good has to fight. Yes? Even the good has to stand up and fight. And this is why Lord Krishna came. So this katha in the 3rd chapter will lead into the 4th chapter where the Lord is telling exactly the same things that I'm telling you. He's giving the answer to Arjuna. But he's setting the scene here in the 3rd. He goes on in the next verse to say, Ye me matmadhiram nityam susti manavam sadyovan tunushyanto mukshanti prapakarmabhi. That those men who constantly practice this teaching of mine with shraddha, with faith, and without any doubt in their heart, they are free from the bondage of action. Kriya here means action. And what you do, if you do it in the name of the Lord, yes, whatever the result is, you are free from the result of that. So if you kill somebody on the battlefield to protect dharma, yes, in the name of the Lord, you will not commit any sin. You will not get any sin against your account. Now, in fact, yes, on the battlefield in Kurukshetra, all of those who were fighting on the side of Adharma, they also went to heaven. They all gained mukti. Yes? Because they were doing their duty to fight and they have the darshan of the Lord. They were able to see Lord Krishna, even though many of them did not recognize him as the Lord. But just being in the presence of the Lord, you know, in the Bible they tell stories about people, you know, Jesus Christ walking, and only his shadow is falling on people and they're becoming healed. In the presence of the Lord, this power is there. Those who are working in the name of the Lord, they also have this power. Yes, the Lord gives the Shakti. In the Rig Veda, it is written quite clearly, yes, that on this earth, many, many Mahatmas I will send constantly to come, only to teach and to show mankind the way, to keep them along this path of Dharma. That is why in every religion you have the preachers, whether they call Pandits, whether they call Reverend, whether they call Molvi, whatever they call. Yes, they all are performing the very same duty. You know, sharing the word of the Lord with the people. And so it goes on. He says, Yete tvam hushyanto dushyatanti me matam Sarvajanmam Mujivanti Vidhinastana Chetasa. He said, but those who will question my teaching, yes, those who will question it, and worse than that, they will not want to practice what I'm telling you to do. Yes, they are the ones who become deluded. Yes, they are the ones who will, if you like, miss out. They will not be able to understand, and therefore they will have to pay a very heavy price for it. Devoid of discrimination, they will become. Know them to be doomed to destruction. These are the words of Lord Krishna himself in the 32nd verse of the 3rd chapter of this Bhagavad Gita. Sadarsham chetase samse prakritam janamapi prakritam yanti bhutani nigraham kim karyasi. Even a wise man acts in accordance with his own nature. Yes? Beings follow their own nature. What can restraint do? You know, some people are wise, but they will do, those wise people think they know. You know Mr. Know-all? Remember Mr. Know-all class? Yeah? You know everything. No matter what you tell him, he don't want to listen to nothing. Yeah? Mr. Know-all will do whatever he has to do. And therefore, he will have to face the result. Yes? No restraint will be on them. He says, Indriyani Indrenam Rajaveshu Vayasitu Yomam Apichetasyu Hasya Prapipantanam. That is, they will become attached. They will become attached to whatever it is that they choose materially, and they will forget the teaching of the Lord, which says that you must be completely detached, whatever you do. Yes? Always do not be attached to the fruit of the action. Do not do it only because of the fruit. Do it because it is your dharma, it is your duty, and do it in my name. But those who fail to understand this, they will have to face the consequences of it. Let none come under their sway, for they are his enemy. You know, Mr. Know-all, don't make him your best friend. Yes? Walk on the other side of the road. Because if you don't, then you also will suffer in the same way like he will. And so he goes on in the 35th verse. Sechano madhya dharmo pradeshvan nimuchitam swadharme nidhanam se seshe padmadho bhovanam. Better you do your own duty, yes, to the best of your ability, than listen to Mr. Know-all, who will lead you down the wrong path. Yes? It says here, more than anything else, your duty, yeah, even with fault to discharge it, is better than if you do someone else's duty and do it perfectly. It means here that if you follow somebody else's instruction, who is not walking this path of dharma, who appear to you today, there are many, many people around now. See, they send some leaflet come through the door. Yes, Christ as the answer, and he knows, they have all the answers to what is happening in this age and everything. If you read it, right, say tomorrow I have to become a Christian. Yes. But when you analyze and see exactly what they're talking about, then you come to realize, yes, words, you can persuade somebody, sweet talk. Yeah? You can sweet talk somebody and confuse them and get them to do the things that you want them to do. Yes? But you don't want to fall in that same trap. Do not. The Lord is telling, do your own duty. If you make one or two mistakes, forgiveness will be given. But don't follow them. Follow the path of dharma. And so, Arjuna then